Okay, so I just wanted to make a recording where I give some credit to myself for just progressing in my life. And with that I mean that I have been coming more out with this conscious stuff like just uh, eating healthy and not eating meat, and about how I use cannabis and just how I view this world, how I have been coming out more to my more unconscious friends. And yeah, I just feel like that I thought that would be some big challenge to do, but when I have been doing it, I really get to see what like people say when they are telling that if you just do it, then it's gonna be easy, and nothing that big is not gonna happen. Like when you come out about telling how you use cannabis, because most people, I don't know, they are maybe curious themselves, but they really don't talk about it because there's just so big stigma around it. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I was spending this evening with my friend, with some of my friends, and a lot of like half friends that I really don't know. They are like my friends' brothers' friends and stuff like that. And I was also wondering, like, do they even think about what's happening in the world right now? Do they, at any level, like, regard all these technological advancements and everything that's happening to our environment and to the world in general, all the happenings in the world and all the yeah big natural disasters and pollution and all that kind of stuff. And I guess they might like see documentaries and stuff about this stuff, but do they really connect it on some kind of, I don't know, higher level, just looking at this world and thinking, what the fuck is going on in here? Because I think we should do that, because there is something amazing happening around us all the time, and we just think it's all normal and it's gonna be fine and stuff like that. But I see our world in a grips of really big change. Like I know a lot of people are, and I just find it hard to uh, talk about stuff with people that are not really that aware of stuff that I was just describing. But I think I don't know what I think. I was driving home from the place I was and just decided to uh, go to this birdwatching tower. It's another tower from last recording, but yeah, I find these places really nice. There's a lot of happening around here, a lot of like birds just going, coming and going, and a lot of mosquitoes that are biting me all the time, and they are really annoying. And they bring me like I don't feel like killing animals is good thing and all that, but these mosquitoes, I don't know, they are just so annoying sometimes. There's so much of them, and they are constantly trying to bite you. And so that's what I struggle with. And also, it's strange because there's so much more of them than like last years. There has been a lot of years that I think they're going like cycles, not like they like there's not a lot of them every year, but like every 4 years or something. I just pulled that number out of my hat, but yeah. Sometimes there's a lot and sometimes there's not so much. And especially there's a lot in a wet area where I am right now. So I just said that also. What else? Uh, I have, yeah, so like I said, I have been spending a lot of time with my family, and also like mostly in the weekends and stuff I spend time with my friends. And I enjoy it a lot because I try to, it's always a challenge for me to try to be a bit more open and just try to weave in something about what I am thinking and what I think is happening in the world. Just try to put that kind of stuff in the conversation little by little. Even though most people don't really care about that much, but I feel like people around me get like something out of me. I mean, I am I regard myself as really different person to most people I hang around with, and I think I give people a lot of to think about just with my choices and my actions and that kind of stuff. So I hope that I can make a positive change in the people around me. Hmm. And I think I'm doing that. I also always just think that I'm not open enough, but then again, it's also pretty impossible if you want to get around with people and have fun and stuff like that. At least with, I guess, unconscious people. But I try my best to, like I said, to try to get them to think about the world. And I know it would be impossible for someone like who never has really started to get interested about improving themselves like spiritually or mentally, or yeah, and never interested in psychedelics and mm, I don't know, just about how amazing this world is and how unknown it is. So yeah, what I'm trying to get at, I guess, is that it it really cannot be that everybody would be just being like me and not doing that much work and just contemplating a lot, and the world wouldn't, like, at least in its current state, the world wouldn't run. So right now this world uh, needs, I guess, the people that do the work to keep it running. But I don't know about the future. What's gonna happen when, I don't know, the shift happens. I try I think that a lot, and I have really mixed feelings about if it's gonna be like a really big moment, or if it's just gonna be a gradual change in people's perceptions, and if the world is just gonna go on like it has always been, but in just this new kind of perspective. Like, I mean, maybe nothing really that big of an event, like what I would regard as big, will never happen. Maybe it's just the change, because I also feel like the shift has already happened in some sense, and we are already living it, and now it's time to us to make these changes. And yeah, that's also one thing I have been thinking about. Uh, Also, I'm I'm feel like I'm just jumping around in subjects, but when I'm making these recordings, I don't have that kind of insights about life or like the events, and I'm not that good of a I'm not good at explaining things. I have always said that to people, and I think that's true. Like in long term, like something like my ideas and anything. Maybe I have read something, some book, and I really got some great insight on that, but I really don't know how to explain that to people, because I just always get this like picture in my head, and like this concept about what it is when I read something. Let's say about consciousness, and I just feel like I get it, and I uh, put it in action in my life, but I just don't know how to talk about it. But I hope that people can like see it from me, that from my actions and that kind of stuff. And I feel like they do, because I have really some friends that, I don't know, they just are really some friends that just connect with me more, and they really enjoy my company, even though I am really weird and different. Yeah. these mosquitoes are starting to get on my nerves and on my legs. So I guess I will stop this for today. See you next time.